Hi everyone, welcome back to another video for Phantasy Star Portable 2. So today's video we're going to pick up from the last mission in the last episode where we're trying to track down some missing AMF members. So yeah, at the end of the last episode we picked up some abnormal photon readings again, which is similar to when we randomly ran across Rycross. So this time it has spawned Denna's relics instead. So it's clear that whoever is doing this is spawning these areas where they shouldn't be. So we can only assume at this point that it's probably Shizuru. We also discovered that Amelia is actually a genius. So we know that the red tablet that Shizuru has allows him to manipulate subspace to an extent, so he can create things from it that are people's thoughts. So we've had it where he's managed to summon the seed before to sort of prey on people's fears, and we're now actually summoning areas. So the AMF soldiers that we're looking for have a memory of this place, so that's why it's appeared. That's another way we can tell it's real as well, is because you can actually sense the soldiers. But when we were in the VR simulation on Ragol, you couldn't sense anything because that was VR. So if his landmother's here, that means Shizuru is probably here as well. So I guess all we can do at this point is just push through and just try and figure out why this relic site is here. Now there is a timer, so we do need to be relatively quick. Quite glad I'm a ranger for this because these guys actually have pretty high evade. Yeah, these guys really hurt, so I need to be very careful of these. I have changed the build around slightly since the last episode, so I have dropped the HP boost. Mainly so I can fit in an ability called Escape Master. So Escape Master allows you to bring 2 escape dolls with you. It's just for a little bit of insurance, really. Obviously the downside though is that I've had to drop 50 health. I mean, I'd be surprised if we were there already, considering we've done 2 rooms.
まで連れてこられやがって。同盟軍もガーディアンズもしばらく見ねえうちに腕が落ちたもんだな。
I like that. Kraz just taking the opportunity just to have a bit of a stab at the Guardians.
簡単に利用されてるわけじゃなくて、しずるが抵抗できない何かを使ってるのかもしれない。
なんだそりゃ。そんな便利なもんがあるってのか。
発見された失踪者の脳波が全員同じパターンを示してる。言っとくけど偶然じゃ起きないから。なんか脳とか精神とかに直接働きかける装置、そういうのがあるような気がする。
So I think that's a very fancy way of saying that he essentially has a way of mind controlling people, which does add up with what we're seeing so far.
今はまだ影響が狭い範囲だけど、これがグラール中に向けられたら。
Yeah, that is slightly worrying. So if he has a way of expanding that ability to a larger area, he could potentially take over the entire Goral system.
おいおい、シャレにならない予想するんじゃねえよ。何がどうなろうが問題が起きる前にあのしずるってやつを捕まえちまえば済む話なんだろ。
I mean, you're not wrong.
そうだよね。しずるを倒せば何も問題なし。単純明快。その方が私っぽいや。
If only it was simple. Again, I will be spamming the hell out of the charge shot on the shotgun, because of taking care of enemies like this, it's a much easier way of doing it. Also for these guys as well, because these are weak to ground. These are very, very aggressive enemies as well, so they are quite dangerous to leave alone, so we do need to take them out quite quickly. We are kind of against the clock anyway, so... I was really hoping we wouldn't run into one of these guys. Can we break through this? No. I thought it might have been breakable rubble. Yeah, I had a feeling we'd get a second one. Yeah, I had a feeling I was going to eat that one. Shotgun is doing work though here. So I guess you have to go around there to get around that rubble. Now this looks like a puzzle. I've got an idea what I might have to do. We feel quite confident that green should be first. We've also concluded that red shows the most affinity to green. So that means that it is green, red, blue, yellow, I think. Green, red, blue, yellow. Actual genius. It tries to sort of baffle you with that. The description it gives you is very, very overcomplicated. And I think it's deliberately that way to try and confuse you. The funny thing is that then it highlights loads of stuff in red. And the parts that are in red are like the obvious thing you need to pay attention to. I am seeing another terminal there though, which kind of scares me. So it looks like it's a lot of research about the ancients. So there's some terminals for lore here, which I appreciate, but I don't really appreciate it in a time mission. So I can only assume it's this warp. I do need to be careful of that jab because it has buff to techniques. Alternatively, my NPCs could just obliterate it. That works too. I find that the SEV weapons are a little bit sort of too good to use syndrome in this. I tend to hold off using them quite often in case I need them for a boss or something. I know I am spamming the shotgun a lot here, but again, it is just by far one of the best things to do. Just pause the video and read these if you want to. It is a bit of a weird design choice to give you these huge lore texts in a time mission. Now I am going to skip those because I don't think we need to do them. Sequences in which green was infused first found stable. However, unlike before, blue showed the most affinity to green, so it's green, blue. Green, blue, yellow, red. Okay. So, green, blue, yellow, red. I'm just going to run back up here because I heard a lot of rare drops. 4-star slicer, and I think there was another one. And I mentioned about TA, but I'm sorry, rares come first. It is 2 of exactly the same weapon. It is a weird puzzle in that it essentially tells you the answer. Because that's all blocked off. We dove into the terminal. So that's actually a little bit of PSU lore by looks of things going on about the Endrum Collective and Renvolt Magashi. And of course, again, we have something that's, resistant to bullets, because why wouldn't there be? It also hits like an absolute truck. Oh, great.
ついに手に入れたぞ。デネス、カーシュ、リュクロス、3つのレッドタブレットが我が手に。
So that's why he's been creating these areas. So he obviously got one of the tablets from the Cash Village. He's then got a second one, I guess, from creating Red Cross, and now he's found a third one in this Denner's Relics. So he now has all 3 codices.
これで悲願は成就される。すべてが回帰する時が来たのだ。
お喜び中すまねえが、ここまでだ。ゆっくりとこっちを向きな。
Surely it would have been easy to just put a bullet through him while he's not looking at you. But to be honest, he probably has some plot armor anywhere.
ほう、また貴様たちか。つくづく縁があるようだな。
I really don't want to fight this guy. I remember this guy. I can't remember if we actually fight him now or if he, does one again, but I remember fighting him in at least in PSP2 Infinity anyway.
黒幕とは面白い言い回しをする。最初から私一人でやっていたことだぞ。
失踪者たちの洗脳はどうやった？
精神のない抜け殻の肉体を操ることなど時義に等しいものだ。
精神のないだと？
肉体から精神を昇華させられない消えゆく存在には永遠にわからないことだ。
I think that might be the first sort of hint you get at what Shizuru is. The way he phrases that is very poignant.
3つ目の鍵を得るためにレリクスを再現したのね。後ろの人たちの記憶を使って。
ほう、その答えまでたどり着いたか。 やはり貴様、他の者とは違うようだな。ならば見せてやろう。本当の悪空間の刺激方法をな。
Okay, I'm fine with that.
こいつは同盟軍の司令部。シードに侵食されているようだが。
If it means I don't have to fight Shizuru now, I'm totally cool with this.
これって3年前の再現。
So again, he's used the Codex to summon this area from 3 years ago, which is PSU.
最も忌むべき存在とやらを具現化したものだ。
If you played PSU, you know what happened in the AMFHQ 3 years ago.
どうだ？貴様たちの死での旅路としてふさわしい悪夢だと思わないか？ そうら広がるぞ終わらない悪夢が。
侵入者を確認。セキュリティシステム起動。
これが記憶の具現化。亜空間の刺激によって生まれる力だっての。
It's interesting that in the PSO Law video we were talking a bit about the Mother Project and then we're fighting Mother Burn here.
ふざけんじゃないわよ。他人のトラウマを勝手にほじくり返して。あんた何様のつもりよ。
こいつは珍しい。一字一句ずれなくエミリアと同意見だ。シズル、てめえは俺が潰す。
あまり吠えるな。貴様たちのような脆弱な存在、わざわざ私が相手をするまでもない。悪夢に食われ闇に落ちる。
He does the most predictable villain thing ever and just summons a monster and then leaves. Again, I'm totally fine with that though, because it means I don't have to fight him yet. Oh, why'd you have to be bullet resistant? That's not fun. I mean, of course you're bullet resistant, because everything in this game is bullet resistant, apparently. I don't really remember this fight a lot, to be honest. It's very rare I did Mother Brain in PSU. I don't like how the missiles knock me down, even though they do next to no damage. I do remember this. I don't agree with that hitting me personally, but that did so much damage. You can kind of hear the missiles. Thing is, it's quite a hard boss to actually defend against because it uses pretty much every element against you. I think you can shoot those little floating things. I think that's one thing you can do. I'm just going to keep doing charge shots on its body. My NPCs are focusing the arms anywhere, so... The shield is quite annoying. Missiles kind of saved me there because it made me avoid the flying discs. I don't think I've ever seen Mother Brain do that attack. I honestly feel like my NPCs did most of the work there.
システムダウンします。
I know there is a few ways you can fight Mother Brain, so I know you can focus on the big arms if you want to. I didn't really have a great weapon for that, honestly. Yeah, only B rank there. I think the boss slowed us down a lot.
Ch. 具現化が戻るだと。あの悪夢を打ち破ったというのか。
私たちをなめんなっての。何もかもあんたの思い通りになると思ったら大間違いよ。
貴様、その力は何だ。私と同じ波動。
So again, he's sort of hinting as to what's going on again there.
どうやら貴様だけはこの場で葬っておく方がいいようだな。
それはこっちのセリフよ。グラールのためにもミカのためにもここであんたを止める。
ミカだと。その名前聞き覚えがあるぞ。
And again, you know, why would he know Mika's name?
ミカミカミカ、ああミカ、お前かミカ。
急にどうしたってのよこいつ。
He does appear to have lost the plot.
気をつけて、エミリア。今確信しました。この男は旧文明の王。
And there we go. That's why he knows Mika.
そう、我が名はカムハーン。旧文明をすべし太陽王よ。久しいな、反逆者ミカ。
So he is literally the king of the ancients. So it's kind of similar to what's going on with Amelia. So Amelia obviously has Mika in, you know, within her. Shizuru has the same, but he has the king of the ancients with him.
カムハーン。よりにもよってあなたが目覚めているなんて。
まさかこれほどの時を経て再び貴様と対峙することになろうとはな。肉体の乗っ取りに最も反対した貴様がこうして肉体を得ている皮肉、悲願への余興としては十分すぎる。
So again, that's a bit of a callback to earlier in the game where Mika said that she was against possessing people to prolong the ancients, but she did it basically to save Amelia.
余興ですって。
そうだ、すでに鍵は揃った。間もなくマガハラへの門は開かれる。今さら抵抗したところで無駄だ。今一度貴様に問おう。旧文明の復活はもはや約束された。されば我と共に歩む気はないか。
たとえ鍵が集まっていようとも、ここであなたを撃てば。
そうだ、やはり貴様はそうでなくてはな。
It is kind of interesting as well that they changed the character's name from Shizuru to Kamahan, or Kamahan as it's called here. I guess it's meant to show that it's essentially the King of the Ancients speaking through Shizuru, so he's using Shizuru as a vessel basically.
は再度我が手で殺してやろう。我が生涯の伴侶太陽妃ミカよ。
And that's a little bit more information, so we now know that Mika was actually the queen.
伴侶？太陽妃ってミカ。
はい。あの人は旧文明を統べる太陽王であり、私の夫でした。
それじゃあ
That does make things slightly more awkward.
ためらう必要はありません。すでに私たちはたもとを分かった。ここで彼を止めねば世界が。
でも
どうした？宿主が言うことを聞かないのか？私は何度も言ったではないか。共に生きようなど甘いと。万物は奪い取るものだ。
Shizuru! やめなさい。
Yeah, I was wondering there if we actually fight him here. I couldn't remember where you actually fight him. But it would be odd fighting him after we've concluded the stage. Oh, so that is Natsume, who we haven't seen since the beginning of the game, really, who is Shizuru's dad.
夏目秀？インヘルト社の代表がどうしてここに？一体どうしてしまったというのだ。私と語り合った日々を忘れてしまったのか。グラールのためと目を輝かせていたお前はどこだ。
So it does look from this that maybe Inhelt did have good ambitions and did want to help to do good for the Graal system. But something has clearly changed along the way, and it's very clear now that we can see that it's the intervention of this ancient that's inhabiting Shizuru that's completely changed the trajectory of things.
私たちの悲願はグラールの平和、未来を託す子供たちのための。父さん。しずる。
この下賤な精神め、私を差し置いて出てこようなど。
So it is a bit clear now that we can see that Shizuru is kind of fighting against this ancient. So there is clearly a lot of division between them. So I'm guessing that maybe he's been taken over by force and doesn't want to go along with this potentially.
父さん、ダメだ。止めないと。僕、殺して。グラールが奪われる前に。
That kind of confirms that actually.
"消えゆく存在ごときが私の邪魔をするとは。
何？今のは何？
本来のしずるという方の意識でしょう。
Yeah, so Shizuru is not actually a bad guy. It's just that he's got this ancient. It's basically controlling everything he does.
カムハーンはまだあの体を完全に乗っ取ったわけではなく、しずるさんの意識を抑え込んでるだけ。
邪魔が入った。私はすでに鍵を手にしている。貴様たちごときがどうあがこうとも運命は変わらんのだ。
消えた。
So I'm guessing he didn't want to fight at the moment because obviously Shizuru was still kind of fighting against him a bit, so maybe he didn't feel like it was a good idea to do it while he doesn't have full control.
悪空間を自在に操れる場で私を捕らえられると思うな。鍵は揃った。マガハラへの道は開き、全ては怪奇の運命をたどるのだ。貴様たちは残りわずかな余生を怯えながら過ごすがいい。
I've got to say, he's got the evil laugh down pat.
どうなってやがる。おい、夏目代表、大丈夫か。一体何がどうなってるんだ。すまない、私にも。くそ、話を聞くにも治療が先だな。ゆうと、ちょっと肩貸せ。
どうしよう。鍵全部取られちゃったの？これで終わりなの？
Don't give up or let's give up. I'm going to suggest don't give up.
うん、そうだよね。終わっちゃったわけじゃないし、諦めるにはまだ早いよね。
はい。諦めるには早いです。まだ時間はあるはずです。マガハラとつながるまでは、もう少しだけ時間があります。最後の鍵はまだ揃っていないのです。
That's interesting. So he was given the impression that he had all of the keys, but Mika is suggesting otherwise.
最後の鍵。じゃあまだしずるを止めれば間に合うの？
そうです。
だったらこんなところでぼーっとしてられないよ。早く帰って情報を集めよう。どんな小さなのでもいい。その計画を止められるなら何でもやる。
Amelia's character has totally changed now, so she's very sort of proactive now and very up for doing everything she can to help.
やろうとしてることもだけど、忘れたい記憶とか見たくない過去とか無理やり見せたり許せないよ。あいつ許せない。
So we've got some more missions, so that inevitably means that we'll have to do a free mission next time. So we've got Dancing Birds, Rainbow Beast, Electronic Brain, and Crimson Warrior. So I'm going to assume, is it a free mission next? It is. So we'll end that one there for today. So next episode, we'll try and formulate our plan to try and figure out how to stop Shizuru from opening the gates to Magahara. We'll do an open mission next time, and then we'll hopefully have some more news on what the plan is. But it's obviously very clear now that we do need to stop Shizuru from doing this. But we're kind of a bit conflicted now, partially because we now know that this ancient that is inhabiting Shizuru is Mika's husband, but also because we now know that Shizuru is not doing this voluntarily. So it is kind of mixed emotions at the minute, but ultimately we do need to put that aside to an extent and try and stop Shizuru from just destroying the world. So that's for the next episode. If you are enjoying this series, please consider liking, subscribing, or joining as a member. This series goes live to members first initially and goes live to everyone else a few days later. You can also follow me over on Twitch at Section Skylight or on Twitter at the same. You can also join our Discord, which I'll leave a link to in the description, where we do play games like PSO and a few other games off stream as well, so feel free to join us over there as well. Yeah, hope you're enjoying the series, and in the next episode we'll try and chase after Shizuru